I'm Jamie, and I'm a parent.
And I'm Glenn, and I research video games. Welcome to this episode of Great Games, Better Brains.
Glenn, I've been talking to my kids a lot lately about being able to give back to the community. How can we tie gaming and giving back to the community?
That's a great question. I talk to a lot of parents who are concerned about the amount of time their kids are playing games and how much time they spend indoors, and there's this whole, games are bad for kids because they're not doing anything else. And so it's a great question. Is there a way that we can balance the amount of time that kids spend playing games and being outside or helping others? So it's interesting that you asked that, because just a couple days ago I ran across a website that I want to show you today that is called the Get Well Games Foundation. And the idea behind the Get Well Gamers Foundation is that there's lots of used consoles and games just taking up space in people's closet. And there's a need for those games and those consoles in children's hospitals and pediatric wards. So this foundation, this foundation was created to get your kids to help donate games and donate money to kids who are in hospitals so they can play games and have stuff to do while they're just laying around in the hospital. So let me take you to the website, and you can get a sense of what we're talking about. Get Well Gamers Foundation. It's kind of a weird website. So if you can kind of I'm going to scan in on this a little bit, getwellgamers.org with hyphens in between, so you can see that on our screen. And once you go to this website, it opens up in a very basic, simple About Us page, and you can read all about it. I looked at it, and it seems legit. There's some hospitals and groups right here in Kansas, and I'm sure there's some in other places around the country, and we'll walk through that as well. But you can get a sense of who's out there just by even just clicking on the network.
So I can give old consoles or
games.
Such things that are games.
Yeah.
What if I just wanted to make a monetary
You can also
donation?
do that as well. This you can see here, network members by state, and it's fairly new, so we don't have a lot of people. So if I click on Kansas, there's two, the Kansas University Medical Center in Lawrence and Kansas City are working together. So these look like really legitimate kinds of things, and you can even add your local hospital. So we can do the Hutchinson or the Wichita, or you could do your hospital just about anywhere in the state. If I go to donate, you can see here the list of the games and the console kinds of things that they're looking for, and really obviously every console out there that they need. There's obviously a need for the controllers, all the gadgets, the Wiimotes, other kinds of accessories, any kinds of systems are used, or even new games. Obviously you can donate as well. But when we start thinking about it, you can also help fund the mission down here at the bottom. They're obviously not going to turn away cash or checks. But when you think about, our kids are playing lots of games and spending lots of time, just for themselves, this is another way that you say, hey, you really like games, you like playing games, well, let's find a way to help other people have that same experience, especially kids who are in hospitals for long periods of time. So we're really talking about kids, really with long-term kinds of things, cancer, diabetes, leukemia, those kinds of things where kids are in the hospitals for quite some time.
So I could actually organize a tournament with a bunch of my kids' friends.
Perfect
and
idea.
They have to pay $5 to get into the tournament, and all that goes to the Well Gamers.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. I think that's a great way to have kids help out with these kinds of opportunities that are community service. We're doing a good deed, we're playing some games. It's a win-win for everybody. So getwellgamers.org, Get Well Gamers Foundation, if you do a Google search, and work with your kids, work with your school to donate used games, used consoles, and accessories to kids in need. So until next time, thanks for joining us on Great Games, Better Brains.
For more information, visit mykidsturn.com.
See you next time.